welcome or welcome back to my channel. If you're new, hi, my name is Joy. I create lifestyle content focused on becoming a better version of yourself while having fun along the way. And it is the end of another semester. If you've been following along, you know I went back to school. If you missed that first video, go all the way back to full semester. Go all the way back to full semester to check it out. I've been sharing my journey. It's been a roller coaster ride, to say the least. But we have ended spring semester. I'm so excited, mainly for the summer. I need a break mentally. Whew. So I just want to do a little recap of how my spring semester was and what I look forward to in the fall, which is going to be my last wraparound year. This semester I ended up taking 4 classes. I took Applied Statistics, I took the history of the US and its people, I took Humanities 101. I don't think it was 101, but it was just called Humanities. And then I also took Psychology, Brain Mind Experience. Overall, I will say my professors was very lenient. Like, they were very chill. They were very, how do I want to put it, laid back, but not really. Like, the only 2 teachers I would say was like really on it was my Applied Statistics and my Psychology teacher. Like, even though they still gave like extensions and all this other stuff, they were very cool. This semester, I feel like the first thing that I learned was that it's okay if you don't have everything together, because this semester started off super weird for me. I did not have my Google Calendar set up, and y'all know last semester, if you was with me last semester, I had that thing on point. This semester, there was no Google Calendar to be seen from. It was gone. It was really a very rough start semester. It was a very feeling like I needed to catch up, and I honestly think it was all in my head and I made it manifest into reality, because this semester, if I really sit back now and think about it, was actually very easy. Especially, okay, so my humanities class, he gave us so much extensions. Like, it was very much do it when you can. I know you guys have a lot of stuff going on, you know, just make sure you put something in, and I really like that. My US professor, he was just, honestly, he was giving us the information, but he knew most of us was taking this class as a requirement. He made the homeworks and the exams super easy, to the point this man was giving us the answers. Yeah, I gotta aim that class just because I already know that class was literally not something to worry about. And I think we really do it to ourselves. Like, we feel like we need to be on top of everything, and that really wasn't the case for me. And honestly, if I get all A's and B's, that was God, because I was really trying to catch up and I could not catch a break. It was like I was either getting sick, or Antoinette was either getting sick, or they were shutting the school down. It was just a lot going on this semester. The second lesson I realized, focus on the things you can control. This semester, there was a lot I could not control, and I think as individuals, we want to, especially if you're a control freak like me, ooh, you don't like when things are all the way everywhere. You are more than likely to basically try to figure it out yourself. Understand that everything is not in your control, and that is okay. You worry about the things you're control with and figure out what you need to do for yourself. Don't worry about what's over there if you got nothing to do with it and you can't fix it. Third thing I learned this semester is speak up for yourself. If you've been watching my vlogs, you knew that I technically had a 5th class. It was called Organizational Change, and I ended up dropping it because of a unpleasant group work activity, group project. Me and the individual did not basically what ended up happening was that I was paired with a partner that did not communicate very well, and I was all about making sure this project was done. And because he wasn't communicating with me, I reached out to the professor, but the professor was now giving me a back and forth, and it became to a point where it's like, I have a lot going on. I don't need this stress. If I'm telling you as a student, you're supposed to advocate for me as a professor, correct? So I felt like all of that was happening, especially because it was like spring semester just started. The fact that all of this miscommunication, not even miscommunication, the fact that all of this rah 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 was happening and it didn't need to, all this young man needed to do was just literally pick up the phone and figure out a game plan. Let me know what time he was free. I told him what time I was free. We could have had everything situated, but instead he chose the route to not communicate, to finally communicate last minute. Then when I reached out to my professor not advocating for me, not speaking up on my behalf, and not allowing me to go into another group, all for me to decide at the end to drop the class. And then as I'm trying to drop, he's like, oh wait, actually, like, we could put you in another group. It's too late. I've already made the decision. You can't double back now, because originally my idea was to go into another group, but you didn't want to hear me. You didn't want to listen to me. You waited till literally I was done with it for you to show up for me. No. So be sure to speak up for yourself. Don't allow no one to mess up what you have going on. I feel like sometimes we get scared, especially if you're a woman. People talk over us all the time, especially if you're a Black woman. People don't believe you when you say, hey, this is not right. Hey, this is what this person did to me. Hey, don't do that. I don't like that. I don't know what it is, but it's not cool. You stand up for yourself. When you don't like something, say that you don't like it. Don't allow anyone to talk over you and make you feel like you don't have a voice. I'll be damned. Anybody's going to stop me from graduating. So when this situation was happening, I was like, I don't need this. And the thing that was crazy is that the class was just a throwaway class. It wasn't a class I actually needed. So I was like, bro, why am I doing all of this when this is not even like a needed class? This is not a requirement. This is just a fill-in. I'm not doing this. I don't gotta do this. So make your life easy. If you could drop that class, drop the class. Next lesson I learned, don't be scared to speak up in class. One thing I realized that I'm very proud of myself, again, it's about your voice, using your voice. I was not shy, and I think for a long time, I knew I'm a talker. I know I'm a talker. I know I just love asking questions. I don't care if there is no stupid question in my book. I will ask you, even if I think I know, I'm still going to ask. I'm going to clarify. And I think that's the biggest lesson most people don't learn, is to just ask. You never know until you ask. You don't know. You really actually don't know the answer. So just ask the question. And I made sure to do that in my classes. Even when it seems like not logical, like I went to my professor, my applied statistics professor, and I asked for an extension for the homework. I was like, hey, this is what's going on in my life. Is there any way you could extend the homework and I could give it to you? You know how many people would have thought she would have said no? She said yes, but not only that, because I asked and she said yes to me, she decided to let it be a yes for the whole class. So the whole class got an extension to give in the homework. They don't know I was the reason why, but it's just the fact you never know what you could be doing, not just for yourself, but for other people. There will be times in a classroom, she'd be like, do you want me to clarify that? I would say yes, whether I know it or not, because you never know who doesn't have a voice you could be speaking up for. So don't be scared to speak up. Don't be scared to ask. Don't be scared to go to your professors. And if you need that extension, ask for it. The worst thing that they could say is no, right? But it's better for you to ask than to not ask at all. Next thing I learned this semester was I gotta cut that time. 9 o'clock come, I gotta go to bed. My sleep was horrible. And it's nothing wrong with, doing all-nighter, but you need to learn your body, learn who you are, learn what works for you, learn how you study, learn what motivates you, when your energy is the highest during the day. All of these, learn yourself. That is the lesson. Learn yourself. If you could learn yourself, your knickknacks, all these little things that make you, it sets you up to have a better semester, have a better life, because you're not trying to fit into a box. You're trying to make everything else fit around who you are. You get what I'm saying? Like, some people like running in the morning while other people can run in the evenings. Like me, I'm a person that likes to work out during the day. Catch me in the gym in the evening. Psych! The only one I'm there is if it's in a fitness event. That's it. Just it. So figure out what works for you. Figure out what you like, what your body likes, and go from there. But overall, I appreciate this semester. This semester taught me a lot about resilience, in the sense of like, you don't always have to have everything aligned. Just show up. Just do the work. Just do the best that you can. I think sometimes we overdo it and we try to just have everything lined up. Some things won't line up. Some things are completely out of your control. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I took my applied statistics final and I cried at the end because the grade was looking not so pleasant. And after I cried, like, I boo-hoo cried. After I cried, I wiped my tears and I literally said, what's done is done, and now it's time to move on to the next thing. Because that's literally what it is. There's nothing I could do right now. All I could do is do better next time. All I could do is see what my grade turns out to be and then move forward. You could cry, you could have those feelings, but don't let those feelings cripple you. Right now, what I'm looking forward to is summer. Your girl gonna be vlogging. Your girl gonna be sharing all the New York City fun. I'm also gonna be prepping. I'm doing my driver's license. Don't listen, all y'all who not a New Yorker, who not a city girly, okay, not a city boy, okay, we get our license late, so I'm gonna be sharing that too. I'm excited. So that wraps up today's video. Thank you so much for watching. Again, if you're thinking about going back to school, you're already in school and you just need some encouragement, you could watch all of my going back to school vlogs. They're not just for people in their 30s, for anybody who's going back to school. Anyways, you already know, if you like this video, be sure to hit that like button and don't forget to subscribe. As always, thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.